Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey with Trevor and Travis. I'm Darth Vader.
And I'm the Winter Soldier.
On Walking After Whiskey, we're going to break down your latest episode of Walking Dead.
And we're also going to break down a top shelf, a medium, or a well whiskey.
Tonight we're breaking down Season 8, Episode 2, entitled The Damned.
And we're also breaking down 1792.
Let's get to the review.
Best whiskey I ever had.
This segment is brought to you by Kessler's Lounge, Vallejo, California. Established 1982. With the best mixologists in Northern California, Kessler strives to be different from the rest. Kessler offers a full bar with live music every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, with free Texas Hold'em to sharpen your skills every Sunday at 6 and Thursday at 7. Kessler's is located at 125 Couch Street, Vallejo, California. Hope to see you there.
Single Barrel 1792 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. In order to create this unique bourbon, the finest barrels are selected and tasted from the best aging warehouses. Only those barrels deemed exceptional are then bottled individually one by one. This preserves the distinct character of each barrel. The superior bourbon has flavors of rich butterscotch and caramel notes, delicately balanced with hints of fruit and toffee. That shit tastes good too.
All right.
The first thing Nina wants to talk about is...
The beginning, when it was all smoky. They jumped from the end of the first episode when the grenade hit and everybody's kind of shook up and doesn't know what's going on, all disoriented. Yeah. And to let you know, they jump right into it with the second episode.
Yeah, they kind of don't let you know what's going on. You see a lot of slow panning of all the faces of all the people.
Yeah.
You see Rick, you see Daryl, you see everybody.
Jesus.
And all of a sudden, you remember from last episode, they got hit with that smoke grenade. But then you see like Ezekiel and Carol getting waking from a concussion,
dazed and confused.
But also we see Rick and Daryl aren't there.
They were gone. They split off on their own.
Yeah, Dwight gave them a map to get a special weapon cache.
Yeah.
Which they were having a hard time finding, which makes you think maybe Dwight kind of playing devil's advocate here. I don't know.
Yeah, made you question.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So then we start seeing a big shootout, and again like the last episode, we start seeing that this group is using zombies more as weapons.
Yeah. And them being in the same place, after they just killed everybody.
Right.
You're walking around, you drew all the walkers in, and now you're just wandering around and knocking them all off. And
yeah, it's like people forgetting to double tap. You gotta kill the zombie in the head before they come to be a zombie.
Yeah. So
next thing to talk about is Morgan doesn't die.
Yeah, he gets shot, and you notice he's wearing the armor that he got from Ben. And Ben, when he lost Ben, he really took an emotional hit with that again. You kind of see him go back to like crazy Morgan, where he's just on a rampage. But he's wearing the armor that was initially Ben's, and he's laying on the ground, and then you see him just slowly open his eyes. You don't know whether I didn't know whether he was like waking up as a walker. Or
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but Morgan says in the beginning, Morgan I don't die.
Yeah.
And literally, we've seen it many times where Daryl's been down and out, but hasn't died. And he got gunned down with two of the guys he was leading a charge with, and literally just sat up and shook it off after being shot in the chest and was like, just rampage, Terminator 2 mode.
Yeah. Like Rambo, I think I called it like Rambo.
It was pretty nuts. And then we want to talk about something that obviously we have children.
Yeah.
And we have to talk about Grace Be God.
Yes. When Rick walks through, he's clearing out the building, and then he kills the guy, and you notice the tattoo that says Grace be to God.
Yeah, Grace be God.
And then walks into the room where he sees a nursery and sees the baby laying in the crib. And
Gracie.
Yeah, and I think that's where he correlated the two. Where
Right.
he realized that he just may have killed the father of the baby.
Yeah.
And he took a minute, and you see him looking in the mirror, kind of looking at his own reflection, looking at himself and questioning himself. You see him kind of run through that thought, what did I do?
Well, it could have easily been him fighting for his daughter,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he literally killed a man who has a daughter, and Rick, we know Rick will do anything for his children.
Yeah.
And so obviously he's just torn. Now he's what am I doing? Why am I doing this? There's someone here that I just killed the father of. The only thing that this baby has to protect them.
I felt like we were going to lose Rick in that that post. Like, come on, please, don't turn into that weak pussy Rick. I think a while back I called him like Pussy Pants Rick.
But we saw like 2 minutes later, we noticed that Rick didn't have the child with him. He was 2 doors down.
Yeah, he walked away and left the baby.
He didn't take him with him.
Well, and you had brought up a good point earlier. Was he going to bring him through while he's killing everybody and then have the potential for the baby to get killed? So it was a smart move. I think he'll come back for the baby, though.
He should have went full hangover, strapped him to his chest, and had a little Carlos, blah, blah, blah.
Front backpack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, well, we want to talk about, that was obviously, we see Rick is caught up with an old face, Morales.
Morales.
And people have been mentioning that Mexican group of cats that were like a gang, but they were protecting old seniors. They were caregivers. And that's where Morales is from.
Yeah, he was there with his family, his wife and his 2 kids. And he was going off to Mississippi, I think, right?
So whatever, part of the main group.
To be honest, when I saw him, I didn't recognize who he was. He loses weight. If you look when he's from the first season, he was a heavier guy. And I also heard that he was tweeting that Morales lives.
And even Rick said, oh no, he told Rick, he's like, that's a different person. Because I'm not that person anymore, Rick, and I already called the saviors in. And so Rick's now like, it's just me, a gun to my head. Saviors are coming after me.
Yeah, and he pulls the gun, and you hear him click the gun at the end of it. He pulls the hammer back and he holds it. Oh, like, all he has to do is let go. Yeah. But I think he realizes it's Morales when he picks up the picture and sees the wife.
Yeah, plus Daryl's there too, so we'll see how that all works out.
Yeah.
But then we're going back again with what I was talking about Nina last episode was, I'm tired of people being in the same predicaments, becoming under the same type of psychological downfalls. Now we have someone again trying to save people in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Jesus, right?
Yes, Jesus. He's going to play that holy role as long as he can, but it's getting him in situations where, he's risking his life and his group's life, to be honest.
Yeah, he saved a huge group of people, and he saved one person that almost killed him and Tara.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah. And well, the guy tried to convince him that, I'm just here working for Negan. This is what I have to do to survive. Please believe me. I have a family. I'm doing this for my family. And then as soon as the first chance he gets, he turns on him. Yeah, and which I knew was going to happen.
And look at Tara. Tara was just all, now she loves Tara again.
Yes, I'll admit it. I see now where her reasoning is and where she's getting her way of thinking. And I did warm up to her with this episode.
There you go, a little bit.
She's so pompous, but I like it now.
So now we have Jesus saving people's lives, and Morgan walks out after what happened to him, and he lined up. He's like perfect, ready to kill them all. And then Jesus is like, we're not gonna do it that way. And Morgan's like, Rick said kill them all. Yeah. Rick said, Morgan's this empty, hollow man right now that just is bent on killing everyone. That killed his protege Ben.
Yes. Where he was trying, that just takes back to when he lost his son and he went crazy. Remember when he was in the apartment?
Yeah, clear.
And the apartment was like psychopathic train wreck was going on in there. Oh. And back in the middle of that scene, when Jesus was stopping Morgan, they pulled the Polaroid scene again.
Yes, another picture of
he's taking a picture of the saviors that, I think they're going to end up dying anyways, to be honest. Well, you brought up a good point.
Good review.
I think so too.
Cheers, Beezies. Happy Halloween. Again, all this season, we want to thank Kessler's Lounge here in Vallejo, California.
The hospitality.
They have music here almost every night. They've been nothing but warm and opening to us.
And there's pizza tonight.
There's pizza almost every night. Or some kind of
want to tell you about the free food?
Karaoke, my go-to song. Every rose has its thorn. I mean,
you sing that?
I get it. I get the floors wet. We'll put it that way. Maybe not. All right, but yeah, please come out, Kessler's Lounge in Vallejo. Please, we love you guys.